Aftermarket belt molding for Hondas. Is it any good? I don't know, but we're going to see if we can't fix a Civic for cheap. Let's get to work. Alright, we got an 8th generation Honda Civic here. This is an EX model 2006. And we can see that our window molding, also known as belt molding, has seen better days. The desert sun has not been kind to it. And in fact, yeah, you can see right here, it's really eaten up. This vehicle, I actually filmed putting this belt molding on from Honda. So this is genuine Honda belt molding. I believe I did this in 2017, so I think it's about 7 years old. So you can see how deteriorated it is. But we're going to see if we can fix it for a lot cheaper than the Honda stuff, because back in 2017 I know that this stuff was over $50 a piece, so it was like 200 bucks to do all 4 pieces. I'm not even sure if you can get them anymore or what the price is now. I didn't even look, but we got some cheapo stuff we're going to put on today. Alright, if we search Honda Civic belt molding replacement, there's the video right there that I posted. Looks like it was June 24th, 2017, so over 7 years ago that we did that. And who's this guy? How did he get higher ranking than me? How did he get first and I got second? That's just wrong. Alright, straight from Amazon. Here's our ultra cheapo window molding. This is for a 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic, made in China, and all 4 pieces were like $40. And by comparison, this is one piece of belt molding right here. This is a genuine Honda one, but this is for a Honda Accord. But this piece alone was over $100. So that would, if you did all 4 on that Accord, you're talking 400 bucks. And this one, we're talking $40 for all 4. Now the quality's not going to be the same, so we'll see how it looks. And there's our trim out of the box. And what's nice is it has the original part numbers labeled on there. Now I put the left and right, but at least they have the original Honda numbers. So as long as you know the Honda factory numbers, you should know the positioning. So here's our right side, front and rear, and here's our left side, front and rear. And of course, the right side is a passenger here in the US, the left side is going to be the driver's side. And don't get confused, Honda updates these part numbers sometimes, either with a new updated part or a new manufacturer for the part. And a lot of times they change these last numbers right here. So this part will be the same, and then this might be SNE. And then it might be Alpha 01, or it could be Alpha 02. So just be aware that you might see these change a little bit depending on if they've updated the part or not. We'll just pop this old one out. Maybe. It doesn't want to play nice. We'll just clean it up a little bit right where we're going to put the new trim on. We'll just line up our clip on our aftermarket one and hope everything lines up. Alright, we want to make sure that that tab kind of lines up with that notch, and then hopefully everything lines up. These are aftermarket, so it's hit or miss whether they'll line up perfectly. And then hopefully this little notch lines up right there. And then we want this to line up right there. Now we're up a little bit, we're up about 1 inch, so hopefully when we get it down into place everything lines up, because you know our angles are kind of going like that, so that's why we're off a little bit when it's up. Okay, there it is in place. Just make sure that that clip is engaged, so we shouldn't be able to pull this up, and we can't. That lines up fairly well. I don't see a gap down here, so that's good. And this lines up pretty good. Let's see over here, that lines up pretty good. And of course, lift up on it. We shouldn't be able to lift it up. These things, the aftermarket ones, they don't grab as well as the Honda ones. But, you know, just looking at that, that's not too bad. We'll try to do the same thing with this rear one. They can be more difficult to get out. Not when I pulled this way to get that clip out. Whoop, that clip out. A lot of times if you pull the front of this straight up, the clip will stay, but if you kind of maneuver it this way a little bit, that clip will come out. And all this is water. Water and a microfiber cloth. Okay, the rear one will be similar. This clip right here should line up with the middle of that notch. The rear clip should be over here where this notch is, if everything lines up correctly. Alright, if we did it right, this end should be locked in, and it is. This end should be locked in, and we should have no gaps in the middle there. Let's see how this one looks. That lines up pretty good. That all looks nice. Those look alright. Yeah, that's off by a little bit right there, but not terrible. All in all, not too bad. This one over here on the driver's side, it didn't want to play as nice, but it came out in one piece. And I want to mention, before you rip your old window trim belt molding off, take your new piece, hold it up, make sure it is correct and that everything lines up. Don't just trust that the part number is correct because it's got a label on there. I've seen plenty of times where, you know, you get two of these and they forgot that piece of trim, you know. So hold the trim up, make sure it's correct before we start ripping things off. Otherwise you're going to be cruising around like that. Looking at our new molding compared to our old molding, that definitely looks like an improvement. Now, is this window trim as good as Honda OEM stuff? No, we're not going to go that far. But when we look at our old Honda OEM stuff and see how beat up and tore up it was, and we compare it to our new stuff, it's not bad at all. Now our new ones have, you know, there's a couple areas where if we look close, you know, there's some scuff marks. Can you even see that one right there? Little tiny scuff marks from, you know, being packaged all together. But, you know, for 40 bucks, I'm going to say that this is a win. Well, if your belt molding is missing or in bad shape, this is a great way to fix it without spending a lot of money. And as always, if the video helped you out or you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.